So hi out there in the YouTube world. It's me again, the puzzle master. Billy is my real name. Nice to meet ya. And yeah, in this video, I'm going to be talking about my hair. Whoa. And how I grew it out, the processes involved with, having to trim it, maintenance, and all the little details. Also, just a shout out to Hearts of Angels 6 because they suggested this to me, and I always appreciate feedback, and it was also so kind-hearted that I felt like, you know what, it's been a hot minute since I've done a hair video, and yeah, I kind of wanted to do something that was a little less deep down the rabbit hole, so to speak, when it comes to some of this spiritual stuff, because it doesn't matter what I say. Like, it's hard for me to explain. You can't speak spiritual truths without offending some people because there are so many different outlets to it. But that's all I'll say for that, okay? So when it comes to my hair, so it's really messy. I didn't do any touch-ups or anything. Like, I had a shower earlier, and then I put it in a ponytail, and I went for a little cat nap. So this is like, it dried wet in a ponytail. So here we have the unveiling. Okay, so this is how long it is now. It's getting pretty long. And where to start? I want to kind of go over some things with brushes, because brushes are, I know when you have short hair, you don't need a brush. You can use a comb, but good freaking luck getting a comb through this, right? Now, I used to always use a brush like this. We'll call this the classic one-faced brush, okay? And it can work pretty well, but remember, you always have to start at the bottom. You never just like from the top and you're just gonna knot your hair up if you do that. You know, you want to start at the bottom and work your way up. And I never, maybe a year ago, I never followed that rule. Because I was just like, I don't got time for this. And I just brush it all out. But it'll just end up destroying your hair, creating a lot of breakage. And it's really hard for me to explain. If I could have just a loose hair. There we go. Told you, I didn't brush it, so I have lots of loose hairs. But now, I know that the camera, there's no way that you'll see that, but I have a hair in between here, okay? Now imagine that you were brushing your hair, and it gets caught on a knot, and you just yank it. Well, you broke that hair, okay? Now what that does is it's not really the same as a split end, but it creates a really, frayed, unhealthy looking end to your hair. And so it's best to try to avoid breakage by using brushes like this. Second brush that I got this when we went on a trip to the United States. We went to Hollywood, and yeah, we got this around there. I think it was from a dollar store, but I really liked it because it's made out of wood, and it says it was made with horsehair, so it's not plastic. It's for $1. I think it might have been $2, but that's really good. For a wood with horsehair, that's really awesome. And I've had this for over a year. None of the things ever come out. It's very, very good quality. And then the third type of brush. It's basically the same as the second brush, where it's softer bristles and they're more bendy. There's actually two types of bristles in that. There's the thicker, wider ones, and then there's a mesh. I don't know if you can make that out or not, but there's a mesh also. So this is my favorite brush of late, and this one's still really awesome, but I really like the brushes that have a 360, because when I'm brushing, I actually just rotate this brush in my hand, and see I'm starting at the bottom, and then I'm working my way up. Ow. But yeah, you want to always start at the bottom, no matter how tempting it is to just rip at it from the top. as I almost just did there. And then, and what's really cool about these kind of brushes is if it's starting to catch, just take it out. Like if it's starting to catch, don't yank on it. And the really soft bristle ones, like this one, it's actually so cool because if it gets caught, like really like on a knot, but you pull, it's actually, these bristles are so soft that they'll actually just let the hair go. They won't break them, though. They will let go. And yeah, so as you can see, this brush works pretty good, but I like the 360 action and being able to just pivot this brush in my hand as I'm brushing. I feel it gives a really thorough detangling. Now when it comes to like shampoos and conditioners, I do use Head and Shoulders because I can be a little dandruff prone, okay? Like, I don't have any, if you're like, at the moment, but years ago, I used to, when I had short hair. And yeah, Head and Shoulders really does work. This isn't advocated by them. I'm just telling you what I use. And then I use this Aussie brand conditioner, which, to be honest, like, I like the Aussie brand because it says that it's in like this purple container, and it says that it doesn't leave behind any residue or chemicals in your hair. And it's true, it doesn't leave anything in your hair. In fact, it's almost like a shampoo. I don't really know why they call it conditioner, because afterwards my hair feels very, I don't want to say dry, because like it feels amazingly clean, but at the same time frizzy, like fluffy, like it didn't leave any oil in the hair, which, you know, a conditioner is supposed to do that, right? But which I find the hair will tangle a lot easier and get knotted if there's none of that oil. And your natural hair oils are very good for your hair. That's why your scalp produces those oils, right? But after I do my hair washing routine, I usually wash my hair at least once a week, maybe more often than that, but I don't like to overwash because, and sometimes I'll even just have a shower and like soap and do all that other kind of body washing and wash my face and shave and do all those hygiene things. But I will just maybe rinse my hair in like lukewarm hot water, like just to kind of like allow the oils from my scalp to like percolate down throughout my hair. And then it gives it kind of a natural glowy look. But if you don't got time for that, like if you've just washed your hair and the conditioner, like the Aussie brand I discussed, leaves your hair feeling very dry or stripped of all oil, like clean, but just so dry that it makes it maybe seem coarser than normal, I got two products to show you, which are my personal favorites. I got this one, Argan Oil of Morocco, and as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, so I really do like this one. And I don't have any of it in my hair at the moment, but I might. I wish it would follow properly. Why can't you center? Center? Okay. Sorry. So, with this Argan Oil of Morocco, you don't need very much. Like, and I'll show you literally. Like, you only need like that, like, which is like a drop. Like, and it's so viscous that like it's that won't drip off my hand. It's a little too bright to see. Sorry. But then I just kind of spread it around on my hands like so. And then just do a little bit on the top, because you know those flyaways. And then I kind of hold it like so and just get that argan oil in the tips, because that's where tangling and stuff happens, and it'll help to really calm down any of those flyaways I was talking about. And then, so there, see? That made like an instant difference. So And I only used like a couple drops, and look at like, it made it look all shiny and nice. Like, and that was just from a couple drops of this. So I think I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart. I think it might have been like $8, $10. Lasts a really long time though, so no complaints about that product whatsoever. And then I'm just trying to get it's so, the oil from that is so I don't know, it's hard to get it off my hands. Like, no matter how much I run it through my hair, it still seems like there's a little bit of residual. But second hair product that I really like to use. If your hair is just being like, for some reason it was actually okay for me to brush this time and it wasn't really giving me a hard time. But if you've gone like a really long time without brushing your hair, like, I don't know, 24 hours or, well, I don't know if you can go longer than that, but, and I don't really know offhand the longest I've ever gone, but sometimes I like that natural look where like your hair will form into these natural clumps, and then it looks, has a different look. After a while they start to look a little bit like dreadlocks or something, and I don't like that so much. I like somewhere just a little in between where like it's not just this one giant chunk of hair, but it's differentiated into its own little kind of ringlets. Because I have wavy hair. Sorry I keep looking at the camera, it's just the auto-intelligent thing. It worries me that it's going to be like looking over somewhere else. Like. But yes, the second one is L'Oreal Total Repair Replenishing Detangling Care. Now, this does really work wonders, okay? Like, I think I've used up about half the bottle. Again, I think this was a Shoppers Drug Mart product, so you don't need to use very much. There. That's all I would use. And then, now, it brushed easy before. But now it brushes like heaven. It doesn't tangle, it doesn't pull. That's one of my favorite products. So, yeah, now my hair has been all brushed, all treated, and this is kind of just how it would look after I wanted it to look all nice. So, it does look different, I think, than at the start of the video. And I hope that I gave you some good information when it comes to brushes. So remember, be a little wary with brushes like this, because they can pull your hair out, okay? And I mean, I still have this brush, because I get attached to my brushes. But, yeah, I would definitely more recommend a rounded brush, and one that has these little teeny bristles. Like, I know there's these big bristles that you can see, but underneath these bristles, there's actually a layer very similar to like how this brush is, where they're soft and bendy. So, those are the 3 brushes and the 2 hair products that I wanted to share with you. And yeah, don't worry, like if your hair is really short and you're trying to grow it out, it can take quite some time. When I was growing my hair out, I shaved it completely bald with like a Mach 3 Turbo, like one of those Bic razors. My whole head, completely bald. And I don't actually know offhand how long ago that was. I think it was like 2012. Not really sure exactly. I have videos that I posted from around that time period, because I've been posting videos for like ever. But yeah, you can even like through my channel, you can see how it grew out over time. And a lot of people comment saying often that their hair, that grows really slow, but it was shaved completely bald. That's why. Like a lot of people, if you even have just like a shag, like a little bit of hair, that will give you maybe like 6-7 months of advantage when it comes to growing your hair out, kind of like a head start. I had dyed my hair blue and green and all these different funky colors. And my hair was fried, okay? Like it was like hay. Like, but I wanted to alleviate that, and I wanted to grow my hair out. and I didn't want to have just like these fried blonde greenish colored tips to my hair, so I just shaved it all off completely. I was a skinhead. And ever since then I've been growing it out. And there is the awkward phase, which basically the awkward phase is when you can't do this. Like, you can't put it in a ponytail. Like, which obviously my hair is quite long enough to put in a ponytail. Just don't worry about it. Like, if your hair is being unruly, or you're in that awkward phase, as a lot of people like to call it, that's basically just the stage where your hair is going from being a shag to like long. And the hair doesn't have quite enough weight to it to actually just like hang down. So you still have like some of those curl thingies that go all crazy in every which way direction. I didn't really have too much problem with that, just because my hair is wavy, but it's for the most part fairly straight. And so that really did make it easier when it came to those flyaways and those curls that I was referring to. But at the moment that it's long enough to put in a ponytail, that will make it so much easier. And if you're having a bad hair day, well, personally, I never really have a bad hair day, because the solution, when you're having a bad hair day and you don't want to deal with your hair, just put it up in a ponytail. Bam! And then it's almost like you have short hair. Like, that's what it does. Like, it keeps it out of your face, out of sight, out of mind. And then sometimes then later when I take it out of the ponytail and I'm like, I got all this hair to deal with, and I'm like, ah! Because sometimes I'll forget. Because there is a little bit of maintenance to it, as I was saying. But, yeah, for the most part, having long hair is really easy. And it's actually easier to have long hair than short hair. Because, and yeah, I know a lot of you out there are like, that's not true. Blasphemy. But it is true. Because for me, I put in a ponytail, bam. Like, I mean, you saw at the beginning of the video. Just have it up in a ponytail. Like, that's what I do. Like, sometimes I'll have it down, but more often than not, it is probably up in a ponytail. Yeah, another thing is, if you're freaking out about split ends, just wait until it is long enough to get in a ponytail, until you can actually see it, okay? Because as soon as you can see the ends, if there's messed up ones, you can just cut them off. And I usually only cut off, like, literally, like, just that much, like, only the part that is messed up. So, like, if this is a split hair, the split is here, I cut it, like, right at the base of that. I don't cut off, like, an inch or two, like, just cut off whatever hair is messed up. And then, c'est la vie. So, please like this, share, and let me know your feedback below. And, yeah, I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Bye for now.